We just usually wait until like at least one person come on, and then we stop talking. She mesmerized, right?
She does. She like doing babies, girl.
Yeah. Hi everyone, this is Shantae Gilliard here with Speak Your Truth, and here I have the lovely Ebony Gordine and her two lovely children. What's your name? Kalea and Anea. They're so beautiful, guys. We're here. Ebony wants to tell you guys a little bit about herself. I have some questions for her. And her first question is, how old were you when you found out you were adopted? She wants to talk about that.
So, I didn't find out I was adopted. My family had kind of a situation where we were not necessarily removed out of the home, but it ended up with us having to be taken out of the home kind of somewhere down the line. And I was 15 at the time when that happened.
15. And 15, did that affect you negatively as an adult or positively? How did that affect you knowing that you were adopted?
I don't think it really affected me as in the sense of, I don't know. I know back then when everything happened, it kind of affected me just because I was used to one way of life and doing certain things and not necessarily like being out there because my mama didn't play that, but when you go from living in a black home and doing everything one certain way and then you're taken from that and then you're moved to something else, which my adopted parents are white. So that was a whole different experience for me, different food from the start, just the way things ran, because they ran their house completely different. Like they were a full Christian home. So like grades, I mean, my mama was only about the grades, but it was a different kind of
like a different culture.
Yeah.
You had to adapt to that.
Yes.
Wow.
Like, it was bad. Like, I remember we had, like, if they told me I couldn't do something, I would act out and it was like, you white people, you white people, you white people.
Oh, wow.
And y'all don't want me to be with my family. Y'all trying to keep me away. And I had to learn that it was not that. It was, they wanted the best for me.
Yeah, of course.
And it was their way or no way.
That's right.
So
were they strict or were they were just firm?
They were firm. They weren't strict at all. But I was there, once they adopted me, I was their oldest. They had other kids that were 6, 7, all younger than me, that were their kids. I was the first that they adopted. I was the first black one they adopted. So I mean, not even on my end, on their end too, because now they got this whole black daughter, they don't know what to do with.
You didn't drive them crazy, did you?
I did.
You did.
I did. But it was just cause like I said, you go from one thing where you're with your parents, you already gotta adjust to, okay, I've been with my mama all this time and now I have to be here. And then they white, I'm black, and then you can't do this because your grades and you ain't never had that before. Black, I mean, my mama, when we didn't do right, is you gonna go study and it's that, and then the next day it was over. Them, oh no.
They didn't play that, huh?
It was like, oh, when you take a test, we need to know what you got on this test. If your grades ain't right, like I was going to Garrett Academy and basically it's a technology school. And if you failed like 2 classes, they put you out of school. Well, I only failed one class.
Not the class, but the school.
The whole school, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I failed one class and it was like, we already go out of our way just to get you to school. So if you can't do right in school, we're going to take you out of school. And I still failed one class and they put me out of school. That was like World War III.
Oh, wow.
Because like now I'm just like, okay, I'm already away from my family. Now y'all taking me from school. I mean, that's the only thing I really had left. And y'all taking me from that too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But they meant well.
Yeah.
They was teaching structure and stability because you know you got 2 girls and now you got to teach them what they taught you in a sense.
Exactly.
Even though this is a different generation, you know, you just still be there for your girls and teach them structure and stability.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. So I have another question for her. She told me a little bit about, you know, her story. This is my Peter, y'all. She don't let nobody bother me. Like I would tell
mess
her.
with this one, unless you gotta mess with me.
Walmart, she had my back. I said, no, don't do it, Ebony. I let God handle it. Just no, don't do it.
And I be telling her, he want me to go handle it.
Everybody needs a Peter. But her next question is, she got married very young. So I'm going to ask her a question about her marriage. How old were you when you got married? And what did you learn from that experience?
I got married the first time when I was 20. He was 19. I think if I had to think about the most that I had to learn from anything is patience. Because
oh yeah,
like it ain't all what it's cracked up to be. Like marriage already a hard thing, and we had a new baby because we got married maybe a week before she was born.
Oh wow.
So we had a new baby. We were moving in together. We were living together away from family. We were living in Charleston. We were away from people, so it was like a lot of patience, just because every day was not easy. Most days were not easy.
So you have learned to have more patience because you're engaged right now, right?
Yes.
So do you have patience with your fiance?
Let's say I was learning patience.
You're learning.
I'm still learning patience.
You're still learning.
I a lot of things that happened in my previous marriage. I do try to let me step back and take a second and think about what I'm saying or what I'm doing, because your mouth, my mouth, got me in trouble. Gets me still to this day gets me in trouble. So it's just one of those things.
Sorry, but go ahead.
But yeah, it's just one of those things. But my mouth. If you know me, you know my mouth.
Yeah, I think a lot of us deal with that. But I've calmed down a lot. I really have. I was a
I haven't. I have my days.
Yeah, I'm helping her, and she's helping me. So that's good that you learned that, because marriage does take, you know, patience, and God has already given us patience. We just have to learn how to walk in it.
Yes.
We have to learn how to go to God first instead of us.
And I'm definitely running my mouth and then saying, God, what could I have done differently?
Yeah.
I mean, I done did it, God, but what could I have done differently? I have a lot of what can I have done differently days.
Yeah. I think we all have.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing is, you know, what we have done, we learn from them. And we learn from our mistakes. But if we keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's no longer a mistake. That's a choice.
Yeah.
So just learn from what we've gone through, you know, especially marriage. Because marriage is work. Marriage is a lot of work. If you don't want to work, please do not get married.
And please do not rush into it. It's all fun. The only fun part about marriage is getting married. After that, it's all work and no play. Like, I mean,
you can play.
You can play, but all work and less play.
Oh God, I thank God for her. She has a beautiful spirit. I'm glad I got to know her. But I'm trying to figure out how in the world did we even connect. I knew we were co-workers, but I don't know. It was God. That's all.
Oh, I remember.
You do?
Yes. Remember, you was like, God kept telling you to tell me something, and if you saw me again that day, you was gonna tell me. You was like, okay, God, if I see her again, you was gonna tell me. And she walked up behind me and was like, God told me to tell. I'm like, I know. I'm stubborn. I'm hard-headed. He always send people to be telling me stuff.
You're right.
So yeah, that's how.
Yeah, that's my husband calling, and he knows that I'm doing this show. That's marriage is work.
He know the time.
You see how they don't listen? And you gotta be patient. But I thank God for Ebony, her 2 daughters. Do you guys want to say something? Do you want to say hi to everyone?
Hey, you just started a YouTube channel. You better tell them about your YouTube channel.
She's starting a YouTube channel, guys.
Oh, Lord.
She's acting shy. She's not shy.
She is not shy.
She been reading a book.
She was reading. That's good that she read a book.
Tell
You have to read a book. Knowledge is power.
Tell them hi.
Hi.
So guys, we thank you for tuning in to Speak Your Truth. Anything else you want to say, Miss Ebony?
No.
All right.
I'm surprised I got through this because I was really nervous, y'all. Like,
Baby, come back.
you ain't
I
gonna
was
talk,
nervous.
but you all in the camera.
Exactly. Yeah, I was nervous. I'm always nervous. But Speak Your Truth. I'm going to be having a next guest. It's my own mother, and I know it's going to be powerful, guys.
I'm excited.
It is, because I basically went through the same thing she went through. Generational curses. But I broke it.
Ow.
I broke it. And I thank God for my mom. She's very strong. She's a go-getter. She's a hustler. And I learned that from her. So tune in. She doesn't want to go live, so she wants me to.
Oh, nobody had that option?
Yes, she did.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
y'all, she tell me this after the fact.
But my mom is going to be on the next show, and I will be giving you guys the date and the time. So tune in, share this video. Please share, because you don't know who else is going through what she have gone through. God delivered her, God set her free, and we thank God for doing his business, because it's kingdom work. Deuces. Say deuces. Oh, she's shy.
Why you acting so shy?